I want to greet you today in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. My name, I'm called Damba Edward, and I'm happy to be a minister of the gospel. I minister under a church called the Worship House, which is located in Uganda, in Nansana, and it's pastored by Pastor Wilson Bugembe, and I'm in charge of the marriage department. I'm actually proud to say I'm the marriage leader. Now, because of the nature of my work and my ministry, I meet different couples in our premarital counseling and even the counseling after people have got married. We encounter a problem which I want to address today. Today, I'm going to talk about communication in our family. But you know, communication is broad, it's wide. It cuts across, not only in the families, but even in the companies, in organizations, and not in different sectors. Communication is key and is very important. So today, we are going to major on the family. Families always break up, families get quarrels, families get misunderstandings, just because of one thing: the communication is poor. People have not understood each other. Many come and complain. They say, this lady, I always tell her to do this, she does the opposite. But when you look at it critically, sometimes it's because of the communication. Maybe he was talking to the lady and the lady did not understand him. Women complain. They say, nah, this man, whenever I tell him to do ABCD, he doesn't do it. But sometimes it's because the man did not understand what was intended to be understood. So, all around, communication is key. We normally have a statement and say, communication is the basis of life. When the communication is poor, whether you want it or not, families normally get problems, challenges, to a level or even breaking away, just because the communication was not good. There are three things I want to major on when I'm talking about communication. Number one, in communication, there must be speaking. Two, in communication, there must be listening. Three, in communication, there must be understanding. Each of these is a very big pillar on which to build the communication. In talking, somebody should speak and should be clear. That means the language you use must be clear. That means the tone of the voice must be okay. For somebody to understand you well, somebody must be audible enough. Two, listening. If you speak to somebody and somebody does not listen, that means the communication has not been done. If you speak to somebody and somebody has not understood the language which you used, that means the communication is not there. Because the two will now lead to a poor understanding. Why do some students fail in class? The reason is that maybe the teacher spoke and he spoke. Either they didn't listen or they didn't understand. Whenever the understanding is not there, that means the results and the outcome is going to be very, very poor. Whenever communication stops, abnormality comes in. Whether you want it or not, the home is going to be abnormal. Take a situation. When you find a woman in a home, in a family, a wife for that reason, and the husband, they spend 8 hours without talking, things are going to be abnormal. Somebody will not know what to do next because they are not talking. You see, that communication has already brought a very big abnormality. I am cautioning the people. These things they call orosirica in Uganda, they are very abnormal and they cause problems. And even now the children will not be able to understand what is going on because everything is abnormal. The following things are very important when we are talking. Number one, let us avoid shouting. When you shout, many people turn off and they don't listen at all. Let us stop speaking in anger. That one is very dangerous. Somebody will not get you and not understand you. Let us stop arguing to win. Some people simply argue to win, but not to understand each other. You are going to cause more commotion because you are simply arguing to win. You see? Now, let us also avoid bursting into tears when we are communicating. Some people have this method of bursting into tears. You are still talking about something which has not been ironed out properly. Somebody is already in tears. It turns off everything. Let us avoid talking without listening. Please, when you talk, give opportunity to listen to what the other person is saying. Listening is very, very important. And let us avoid conclusive statements like, you are ever late. You are ever like that. Those statements don't build, but they break. Thank you as we make our communications clear in families. That's the way we shall build good families. Thank you for listening to me. And I pray that people who are not talking, people who are not communicating, please, may God give you the grace to be good communicators, to listen to each other. Thank you so much.